loose, and the Mounties hopped on top of the football, I do believe. Yes, they did. All the way down inside the 1 yard line, the Mounties hopped on top of the football. I talked about it earlier. It's the 7th fumble of the season for the quarterback, Joey Verhey. And under the scrum, it was Loney Fa who came away with the football. A turnover for Fullerton College. The Mounties will take over inside their own 1.
And, you know, I was watching that whole play develop there. When they send Maxwell in motion and open up the field to the far side of the field for Verhey to run, and it created that lane, and he tried to dive in right inside, the 5 yard line.
That fumble making you sick, huh?
Yeah, wow. And he was trying to dive in inside the 5 yard line and get some extra, maybe a yard or two.
You got to just slide down there once you get the first down, right?
And coughed up the ball.
Kind of like you just coughed right now, huh?
That one a little bit more costly.
So the Mounties, they'll take over right at their own 1 yard line, up 10-0, 3:03 left to go opening quarter. Under center, Allo, he'll keep, and he'll get to the 5 yard line for a pickup of 4. Love the play call, and now the Mounties with a little bit of breathing room. It'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Nice run there by Allo. As he felt a little pressure, he knew they were going to bring some, and he felt it on the right side of the offensive line there and just cut up into the left side and found a nice lane for a pickup of 5.
Perhaps the Mounties sometimes underutilizing the running ability of Justin Allo out of the quarterback position, the former wideout from the University of Hawaii. 2nd and 6 here. Allo going to take a shot towards Macon to the far side of the field, but he threw that one on out of bounds. Macon slipped as the ball came his way, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 5. And as bad as the turnover was for Fullerton College, if you can get a stop right here, the Mounties will be punting from their own end zone.
Yeah, and unfortunately on that last throw there by Allo, I did see Ryan Simpson open right down the middle of the field. He went to his other target there, and I believe you said it was Macon, right?
DJ Macon, Derek Macon.
DJ Macon.
That's what the boys like to call him. That's what Jabs calls him. Maybe we'll start calling him that. 3rd and 5 here, 4 wide set. Allo will pump fake. Now he's going to go deep downfield, and tripped up is Derek Macon. There is no flag. Macon had a step on his receiver, but once again, it looks like he just tripped over his own feet. And a 3 and out for the Mounties on offense. They'll be punting from their own end zone.
He did, and I watched him the whole way, match up with their DB under 6 foot, and Macon just tripped up over his own feet. Yeah, I thought he was going to stay up, and at the very last second just toppled over.
Ryan Marcush stands at the Mountie 45 to receive this punt, and whistles will blow before the ball winds up back into the hands of Christian Fulham. And for whatever reason, Fullerton College charged with their 2nd timeout here of the first half of action with 2:23 remaining in the opening quarter. 10-0 Mounties. A punt coming for the Mounties from their own end zone. Chris Sylvester alongside Brian Tabajay on the Mountie Football Radio Network. And what an offensive start for the Mounties, but unfortunately they're a 3 and out in the worst possible spot.
The worst possible spot, but you know, you have to kind of shake it off and really just get back into it and get after it after they punt this ball away. There's no way that there's a fake going on in here if they're inside their 5 yard line.
Oh, gosh, I'd hope not.
So, yeah, it's just unfortunate. I like how the defense made him fumble that last possession by Verhey, and that has to do some wonders for your defense and also do wonders as Verhey has that now mentally. He's coughed up the ball quite a few times this season.
7 times he's fumbled it.
So make that 7. And
lucky number 7 for the Mounties, but they can't take advantage of it. Fulham able to get off the punt. It's a very, very good punt. High end-over-end kick. Marcush from his own 39-yard line. Big block in the back, but there's no flag there. Marcush now into Mountie territory across midfield, across the Mountie 45-yard line, down inside to the 43-yard line. So some excellent, excellent field position here for Fullerton College. And essentially, that turnover was almost like Fullerton College pinning the Mounties deep inside their own 5 on a punt.
Steele had a big hit on Darrell Morris, a 6-foot sophomore out of Pasadena. Steele, the leading tackler for the Hornets, also on some special teams coverage, and did one of those blocks that you see on highlights where someone's running the opposite way of the field and there's a blind
Well, that was very close to
block.
A block in the back.
Yeah.
Fullerton College lucky that a penalty marker wasn't thrown. 1st and 10 for the Hornets, who trail 10-0 to Mount Sac. 2:10 remaining in the opening quarter. from Chappelle Stadium in Yorba Linda, California. Hornets will come out in an I formation. One wide out, split out to each side. Play action. They have not run the ball yet with a running back, and the pass is complete to the near side of the field, all the way down to the 29-yard line. L.J. Gainey on the reception for Fullerton, and that's a pickup of 14 to move the chains for the Hornets.
Nice job by Marnez Ogletree, the sophomore out of Georgia. Gwinnett, Georgia. Nice tackle, shoelace on L.J. Gainey there. Make sure he got tripped up before any more positive gain for the Hornets.
1st and 10 for Fullerton College at the Mountie 29. The lone back is Jamal Sam. Trips left. Another play action sequence. Pass is complete. Near side of the field, it's Ryan Marcush down inside the 20-yard line to the 17. A 13-yard pickup to move the chains for Fullerton College and their second red zone opportunity. Let's see if the Hornets can now take advantage of it.
Sean Willis did a great job catching up to Marcush as he had nothing but green in front of him, and he finally pushed him out of bounds at the 17-yard line.
Well, despite the fumble, Joey Verhey has been able to move the ball through the air against this Mountie defense, to the chagrin of Coach Bob Jastrab. 1st and 10 for Fullerton College, under a minute 20 remaining in the opening quarter. 10-0 Mounties, but the Hornets knocking on the door. Pressure coming. Verhey way over the head of his intended target. He was going for number 80, Clayton Smith. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That was Solomon on the coverage. Well, that kind of caught me off guard there. That was Solomon on the coverage.
Are we at church or we at a football game?
6 foot 210 sophomore out of West Covina.
It's an interesting little Hornet cheer right there, huh? Whatever gets the job done, I guess. These are the defending Southern California champions. 2nd and 10. 10-0 Mounties, a minute 11 to go in the opening quarter. From the 17, screen pass inside the 15-yard line down to the 12. L.J. Gainey on the reception for a pickup of 6. It'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Magalay did a great job just sticking with that tackle. Very close to a horse collar tackle.
Very close, but he grabbed the jersey instead.
Did grab the jersey and brought him down just short. The first down marker for the Hornets.
3rd and 4 for Fullerton College. We're under 40 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. Fullerton trying to cut into that Mount Sac lead of 10-0. Ball at the Mountie 12, the lone back Jamal Sam. 2 receivers split out to each side for the Hornets. The snap is back. Verhey to throw. Pressure coming. Verhey is going down to the backfield. The Mounties get him. Loss of 5. It'll bring up 4th and 10.
That was big, 6'7", 265 freshman Alinosa Aloese, the defensive end for the Mounties.
Are you telling me he, along with the Tama Avena twins, are coming back next year?
Oh, yeah, they're coming back.
Oh, my.
But what a great job just bouncing off the line around his blocker and getting to Verhey very quickly.
That'll be the final play of the first quarter as time runs out. What a start for the Mounties, 10-0. Mount Sac, they lead. You're listening to the Mountie Football Radio Network. Second quarter action coming up when we get back.
Welcome to Mixmasters, your #1 choice for studio recording and post-production audio since 1999. Conveniently located in North Long Beach, California, near the 710 and 91 freeways. We are the one-stop shop for mixtapes, original beats, ghostwriting, audio mastering, graphic design, and CD duplication. Our pricing starts as low as $20 an hour, and all new customers get their first hour free. Featuring a friendly staff of skilled engineers, the most convenient hours available, and welcoming guests of all ages and skill levels. You can even leave with a DVD video of your session. So text or call for an appointment today at 562-355-2302. That's 562-355-2302. Or hit us up on Facebook.
Start of the second quarter from Chappelle Stadium in Yorba Linda, California. It's the Mounties 10, Fullerton College nothing. It's a 4th and 10 for the Hornets from the Mounties 17, and they will elect to try and make this just a 7-point game. Casey Iman is 9 for 9 on field goals this year. This one from 34 yards out from the near side hash. Ball down, kick up, has the distance. and it is good. So 10 for 10 for Casey Iman. And it's now once again a one-possession game. 10-3 as Fullerton College gets on the board here with 14:55 remaining in the first half. Fullerton College, they started that drive inside the Mountie 45, so sure, you give up points there if you're Mount Sac, but consider it another win for the defense.
That is a win, and this is what the defense does. Is they have averaged only giving up 16 points per game total.
Amazing.
That is ridiculous. That's first in the division, and they've just been a stout defense all season long.
Now they get it back on offense. Hyman will kick it off for Fullerton College. Vons and Solomon back deep to receive for the Mounties. See if the Mounties can respond to the field goal of Fullerton College. Mounties a 3-and-out on their last offensive drive. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon in Yorba Linda.
Fantastic. Where are your sunglasses, man?
I don't own sunglasses.
Helps.
I'm good.
Might get raccoon eyes, though.
I wouldn't like that too much. Hyman will boot it to the Mountie 2. Vons across the 15, lost the football. Luckily, it looks like the Mounties fell on top of it. Fullerton College is signaling that they have it, but I believe the Mounties fell on top of the football, and they did. Very, very fortunate.
Wow.
That Mount Sac hopped on top of that fumble, and inexcusable. Aaron Vons, he's been a fantastic kick return man for the Mounties all season long. He also returns punts for Mount Sac, but that can't happen in the postseason.
Well, his body and head was going one way, and his arm was swinging the other way. So he didn't have it cradled to his body. I think
if you're Vons, you got to let that ball go. It might have hopped on out of bounds.
Yeah. Close call there. And in a millisecond, that's how much time you have to decide whether you're going to catch it or not.
The Mounties fortunate. They retain possession. They'll start from their own 13, though. Handoff Amaris Tolbert up the middle to the 15-yard line for a pickup of 2.
And that's Tolbert's first carry since early on in the first quarter. Allo has been airing the ball out to his receivers, Gilchrist, Anderson, and Macon. And Tolbert involved early on in the mix for the offense, and it's nice to see him get touches here early on in the second.
I think the game plan for Mount Sac offensively is to try and avoid running up the gut against that beefy defensive line of the Hornets. 2nd and 8. Under duress, Allo will dump it off. Anderson, lots of room. Near side of the field, 30, 35, 40-yard line, still on his feet. Midfield, inside the Fullerton College 45-yard line, and he's finally dragged down at the Hornet 41, Antoine Anderson, with his first reception of the evening, or afternoon, rather. And it'll pick up close to 50 yards for the Mounties to move the chains.
46-yard run there after the catch.
Yak yards.
And he spun away from 2 would-be tacklers of the Hornets and produces a nice gain here for the Mounties.
Quickly moving is that Mountie offense. Allo going to throw once again as a wide-open Christopher Gilchrist inside the 20, and he's taken down out of bounds at the Fullerton College 16.
And I think that was just some blown coverage there. They were playing some zone, and on the coverage for Fullerton, that was Steele, who finally got back to him and made sure he didn't find his way to the end zone, but blown coverage, and Allo took advantage.
Here are the Mounties now in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the Fullerton College 17. It took them just 3 plays to get on down here. Allo going to throw once again. Ball tipped in the air and nearly picked off. Boy, dangerous sequence there for Mount Sac, and nearly coming up with the pick was Justin Marshall, who batted down the pass. But luckily for the Mounties, it was incomplete. And now there is a Mountie down on the field injured, will be attended to by the medical staff. It looks like one of those big offensive linemen for the Mounties. And we have an injury timeout out on the field with 13:44 remaining in the second quarter. It's 10-3 Mounties on the Mountie Football Radio Network.
Welcome to Mixmasters, your #1 choice for studio recording and post-production audio since 1999. Conveniently located in North Long Beach, California, near the 710 and 91 freeways. We are the one-stop shop for mixtapes, original beats, ghostwriting, audio mastering, graphic design, and CD duplication. Our pricing starts as low as $20 an hour, and all new customers get their first hour free.
Featuring a friendly staff of skilled engineers, the most convenient hours available, and welcoming guests of all ages and skill levels.
You can even leave with a DVD video of your session. So text or call for an appointment today at 562